Entering team select screen. The Carolina Panthers, the home team, are selected. Ready.
We've got an NFC South rematch where Atlanta can continue their dominance over Carolina. The Falcons can run the series record to 11-2 in the last 13. Coming up on EA Sports.
Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here at Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
Entering, kickoff middle, kickoff left.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback, the former #1 overall pick of the draft, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
He's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
In the year with the Panthers coming out on top. So a win here in Charlotte would give them the season sweep. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, here's Goff. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
A few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Here's Goff. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Executed very well.
A first down carry for Davis. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now it's gone. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Panthers have recovered. So now here are the Panthers with excellent field position to start off. Leading him out, the rookie from Ohio State at 22 years of age, it's Justin Fields.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit.
Entering play call, fade HB wheel, HB stretch.
And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a first
Triangle button.
Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And this will be a gain of...
Entering play call, curl combo.
Here you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points.
On plan, there are 9. Formation, there are concept, there screen, play action, pass sprint HB flat, pass sprint HB flat, pa HB wheel.
24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Circle button.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg.
Triangle button. R2 button.
It's the rookie Jalen Waddle. And inside the...
Entering play call, there are 2 cad,
For any offense,
concept, screen pass, run, option, quick pass.
the receiver.
Stick error, Y stick.
They did it.
Concept, medium pass, cheat pass, play action, screen pass, run. Inside zone split.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a handoff. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple.
Entering play call, inside concept, there are 9. Formation, there are 9 categories. Concept, screen, play action, pass sprint HB flat, pass sprint HB, red.
They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Circle button. Cross button.
Going on 2nd and 8.
Triangle button.
He'll get this into the hands of Stevenson. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Entering play call, pass sprint, pass HB wheel.
Play action. It's Fields.
Cross button. Cross button. Cross button. Circle button.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 30. Spacing.
Patience, grasshopper. Patience.
On plan, there are player, there are formation, concept, keep, media, run, play action, pass sprint HB, red.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. Here we go on 4th down.
Triangle button.
And this is going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Moment they would be a wild card team. Far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago?
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there...
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
Yeah, the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds. 2.9 to be precise. Another try after the first down sack. Goff. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Jalen Waddle deep to return it. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
R2 button.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Carolina offense making their way out. We take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open.
Entering play call, HB wheel.
Today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there,
button.
it'll look entirely different.
That's it. Pitts, the tight end. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Well, these 2 teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season.
Entering play call, there are 2 categories.
Who came away with the victory in that one. So now they look to take the season series.
HB wheel.
Charlotte.
Cross button.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Cross button. Cross button.
Taken in on the right side.
Entering play call. There are 2 categories. Sprint HB flat.
Up 3rd down.
Red.
There's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Throwing on 3rd down.
Triangle button. Cross button.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run, and I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Entering, Padu. Concept, screen pass, run. Inside zone split.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll hand it off.
R1 button.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run.
Entering play call, inside zone, there are 11. Concept, there are option.
It gets tough.
Run, screen, play action, do, pass print H, pass print H, pa HB wheel.
The last run got 3, now here's 2nd and 7. Off play action, Fields.
Cross button. Circle button.
Pass catching tight end, that's Pitts. A gain of 3 last play.
Entering play call, Padu.
Let's not quibble.
Pass print HD flat.
Yeah, that was a positive play because you take what you can get.
Concept, screen pass, run. Inside zone split.
Down.
They'll try
button.
Here's Williams. Yeah, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Entering play call, coach suggests gun plan, there are formation, concept, screen, play action, do, Padu, pass print HB, Padu, pass print pa HB wheel.
It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down.
Cross button.
Snap it to Fields.
Triangle button.
He's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
That's how we do, D.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, there are 7 categories.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, there are 7 categories.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, there are 7 categories.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now gone. Looking right sideline, but it's in.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
He had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Goff. He'll drop this one down to Cohen. 9 yards, not quite enough.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
He'll find O'Shaughnessy open left side. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a toss running left. This is Davis. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
$13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Here's a give to Davis. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. Oh, now Miller slow in getting up. He's still down on the ground. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Rosa's kick is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you.
Entering play call. Special teams. You have 6 options. Return left is selected.
Wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
R2 button.
And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense...
Entering play call. Do. Padu.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily The coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. That in his mind going into the game. Aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold.
Entering play clock.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Cross button.
Play fake, now Fields to throw.
Cross button. Square button.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Entering play call. Sprint HB flat.
Watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory. And that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. One play action, Fields.
Cross button. Square button. Square button. Square button.
This will be caught. It's Waddle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Entering play call. Concept. Screen pass. Run. Inside zones click.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Cross button.
Williams.
R2 button.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a...
Entering play call. Inside zone. There are inside zones click.
Quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
Williams going to get it again on. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Entering play call. Inside zone. There are construction. Run. Screen. Play action. Keep up the play action. View. Sprint HB flat.
It's a tendency breaker.
Cross button.
On first down, it's Fields.
Cross button. Triangle button.
Incomplete.
Entering play. Kabu. HB reel. Kabu. HB reel.
Take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Circle button.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Cross button. R2 button.
It's going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers.
Entering Padu. Sprint HB flat.
Down.
Pared. Padu left. Pared. Padu left. Triangle button.
Here's Fields.
Square button.
Got
R2 button.
Waddle complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Entering Padu.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Circle button.
To throw is Fields.
Cross button. Circle button.
Play to the tight end Pitts. No gain there.
Entering play call. Padu. Sprint HB flat. Padu. Sprint HB. Sprint HB flat. HB wheel.
Really been targeting the tight end. To throw again on second down.
Triangle button.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Von Miller racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, that takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on the sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Entering Padu. Sprint HB flat. Red. Padu left.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Back to throw. Fields.
Cross button. R2 button.
Touchdown! Kyle Pitts with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Panthers have taken the lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, why shouldn't we be?
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. Add attempt to selected.
I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains.
Entering play call. Special teams. You have 6 options. Pick off left is selected.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now we'll see what Michael Thomas and the rest of the offense has in store here. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really he's been
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
What the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. Goff on first down. Getting this ball out wide for Davis. And he takes us beyond the...
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a first down throw. Goff over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
That guy was covered, so that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. Goff. And that's going to be incomplete.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
The flag didn't come out for grounding, but he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Goff. And that will be incomplete.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
The quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench, not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of it.
Entering play clock. Speed dig. Inside zone. D-spot.
But we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now.
R1 button. Circle button. Cross button. R1 button.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
That was their third sack of the ball game. Second in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the second spot pretty soon.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 recent plays. Coach suggest mesh spot. Inside zone.
Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Cross button. Cross button. Square button. Triangle button.
He's going to float this one deep right side.
Square button.
It's incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit.
Entering play call. On plan. There are coach suggests on plan. There player. There are formation. Concept. There are 9 formation. Goal line. Done. We straw. I sing. I form. Mesh. AHD stretch.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. A give to Williams, running right.
R2 button.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 30.
Entering play call. Inside zone.
Run against the 3-4
corner. Drag wheel. AHD sweep.
You guys up front.
Post shot. Mesh.
Playing over the center.
Underflow. Hotty corner. 94 will. Flanker drop. AHD sweep.
You're often able to get some yards.
Post shot.
That's when linebackers
Drag wheel.
make tackles.
AHD sweep.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Cross button. R1 button. R1 button. Square button. Cross button.
He'll get this into the hands of Stevenson.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover before
entering play call. Close. There are 3 formation. There are 9 concept. There deep pass. Media. Quick pass. Stick. There are stick. 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 Panther stick. Cross button. R1 button. Square button. Cross button. Cross button.
A shot for the end zone.
Square button.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And the Falcons are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
They begin with a run by Davis. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Goff. And this throw incomplete.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Throws this one right side to Pascal. And he's able to...
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
7 there, but it brings up 4th.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
R2 button.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually...
Entering play call.
We can't let this happen
Y
and
stick.
take it personal.
Concept. Medium path. Keep path. Play screen path. Run.
Far in this game.
AHP inside zone.
How do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much?
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. They begin the
R2 button.
Williams.
R2 button.
Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that.
Entering play call. Inside zone split. Zone kick jet.
The carry there, and it'll be
Inside zone split.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. Bulldozes past him. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
And a run like that shouldn't surprise anyone who's ever seen Javonte Williams play. Compact, strong, physical runner. He ran for 1,000 yards at North Carolina last year. In fact, it was over 1,100. And 19 touchdowns in addition. And that's despite sharing the backfield with another 1,000-yard rusher, Michael Carter, who was taken in the 4th round by the Jets. Najee Harris and Travis Etienne
And inside zone kick jet. AHP zone WK.
be the best back in the draft.
Cross button.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams.
R2 button.
Shifts past him.
Cross button.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively.
Entering play call. Concept. Screen pass. Play action. Pass print HP flat.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Cross button.
Fields off the bootleg.
Circle button.
That'll be
cross-cutting.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of
Entering play call, blue, pair 2, concept, screen pass, run. Inside zone split.
on the ground. This is
button.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Entering play call. Inside zones. Concept. Screen pass. Play action. Sprint HP flat. Sprint HP flat. HP wheel.
Play action. It's Fields.
Square button. Cross button.
That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 7 yards, the pickup there.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right? Whether you're catching
entering play, Padu,
comes together.
Sprint HP flat.
In this case, the feet doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
Cross button.
Fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Square button. Cross button.
Another catch there for Waddle. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course, you got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Entering, Padu, HD wheel. Padu.
Off play action, Fields.
Cross button. Circle button.
And he hits him in stride. That'll bring up 2nd and goal.
Entering play call. Padu. Sprint HD flat.
In a row, a good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation.
Square button. Square button. Square button. Cross button. R2 button.
For a Panther touchdown. Kyle Pitts with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive interception, this drive the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it solid because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a
entering play call, kick cut sprint off pass.
But at the same time,
on plan, player, error, formation, concept, key pass, media, screen, play action,
took his team downfield and threw a touchdown pass.
Now Matt Rule keeping the offense on the field to go for 2 here. They'll look to throw.
Square button. R2 button.
It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how...
Entering play call, special teams, we have 6 actions, kickoff left is selected.
Play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Michael Thomas now heading back onto the field. With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7. Corner blitz 3.
Get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage.
Entering called challenge super sim stats coaching. Pop-up medical center is selected. Entering injury report screen for rows 4 columns left filter Panthers right position WR player name J Jefferson injury type turf toe injury length out for game. Entering franchise screen, you have 9 options. Resume is selected.
Isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I say just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not? 4 verts, one of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just 1 catch for him. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up, nor practiced it, because on first down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up second and third down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back. But, boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
The chain, second and 13. They'll try the right side here with Davis. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Here's Goff. And that is incomplete.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Brings up 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
R2 button.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you,
Entering play, Pabu.
those guys
HB wheel.
Sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Square button.
Open man is Waddle.
Button.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then you're...
Entering play call, concept, play type. There are 9 categories. RPO, special, pass, run. Inside, AHP inside zone. Cross button.
Now a first down.
Triangle button.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a...
Entering play call, inside handoff. There are 7 categories. You have 63 options. HB zone WK is selected.
Ultimately, he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Play type. Personnel. There are 9. Play type. Concept. Keep. Media. Quick. Run. Screen. Play act. Do. Red.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Cross button.
Here's Fields.
Triangle button.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack. It'll lead to a 3rd and long. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Entering play call. Padu. Sprint HD flat. Padu.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. On play action, Fields.
Triangle button. Cross button.
It's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Hunt is selected.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's just been looking for some space. You know, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but...
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
With a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people. Find some other playmakers. But always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Open man, that's Renfro. And out across midfield down to the 45.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Meanwhile, Goff's throw taken in by Pascal.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. To throw is Goff. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. He's going to go out of bounds.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, here's Goff. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And he is out.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Up there.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Looking to throw again on second down. Goff. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Now Goff. Caught right side, Davis. And he'll be out.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
It's best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. Rosa's kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Return left is selected.
And then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return.
Button.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. Flanker spot, white rail.
Without those timeouts, you can only work
On plan, player, there are formation, concept, keep cat, media, quick, run, screen, play action, do, pass sprint HB, pa HB reel.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Fields.
Triangle button. Square button.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
Entering play, Kabu, sprint, red.
Game for a receiver.
Sprint HB flat, Kabu. Sprint HB flat, HB wheel.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Fields.
Square button. R2 button.
Throw, it's complete. And a nice job there.
Entering play call, Kabu, sprint HB, red. Kabu left.
Completion. From the 40 now on
Circle button.
Fields. That's into the hands of Dwelling. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds.
Entering play call, Kabu. Sprint, Kabu. Sprint HB flat, sprint HB flat, HB wheel.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
Triangle button.
And he finds a man with a crossing route.
Entering play, sprint HB flat.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these 2 have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that
Triangle button. Cross button.
Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 30
Entering play,
seconds to go.
Kabu. Sprint red. Sprint HB flat, HB wheel.
come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Cross button.
Another try after the first down set.
Cross button. Cross button.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And that last throw, Charles, an important one stat-wise for this young rookie. It puts him over 4,000
entering play.
passing for the season.
Sprint HP. Sprint HP. HP wheel.
How about Andrew?
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Entering play call. Padu. Sprint HP. Far end. Padu left.
First down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Here's Fields.
Square button. Triangle button. Triangle button.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts.
Entering play call.
24 seconds to go in this first half.
4 verticals. Punt plan. There are coach suggestions. There are fake punts. 4 verticals.
The offense stays put. They failed twice
Circle button.
in this
R1 button.
They're going to
R1 button.
Time here on 4th down.
Cross button. Cross button.
He's going to float this one deep right side.
Triangle button.
Complete. Took a shot. Couldn't connect. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
And the Falcons going to get one more drive here in this first half. And we'll see how aggressive they want to be in these final.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Goff on first down. And Brate, the tight end's got it. The Falcons going to use
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
seconds to go in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This will be from 56 yards out. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. The long-distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 30 options. HB dive is selected.
I think at this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air. Maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of 3.
Yeah, see what happens.
AHP power O.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. 1 second, all that remains. Running to Samuels. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We begin up at MetLife Stadium. New Orleans in town to take on New York. And a touchdown separating these two as they've gone to halftime. Matthew Stafford's thrown a touchdown pass. Next, we'll stay in the Northeast as we head down to FedEx Field in Washington to check in on the football team. And they trail the visiting Cowboys at halftime. Dalvin Cook has scored a touchdown there. Lastly, let's head to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. See what's happening with the Bengals. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting 49ers. First overall pick, Trevor Lawrence with 2 touchdown passes. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
Entering, run out, throw it short, throw it medium, throw it, run out, run inside.
Back up to Charlotte and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Defend outside, defend short pass, defend medium pass. Entering play call, special teams, you have 6 options, return left is selected.
In the second half. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway.
R2 button.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Panthers ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Entering play call, run plan. There are 9 categories. Run in AHP belly weak, AHP inside zone, AHP belly weak.
They overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
They start the second half. Williams. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on
entering play. AHP belly weak.
Being bigger.
AHP inside zone. AHP dive. AHP inside zone.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's
cross button.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Entering play call. AHP belly weak. AHP zone WK. Punt plan. There. Coach suggests punt plan. There. Option is set. Option is set to undefined. Option is set to undefined.
Sustain.
Option is set to undefined.
And making it work.
Run inside. AHP belly weak.
Third down.
Cross button.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? Rob has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Entering gun plan. Player. There are 9. Formation. Concept. Keep. Meet. Opt. Run. Screen. Play action. Posprint, Padu, Posprint HB flat, HB reel.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Cross button.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg.
Cross button. Triangle button.
And the Falcons get there for the sack. Carl Nassib in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Entering. Play call. Play call. Concept. Formation. Player. Their gun plan. Coach suggests. Curl combo. Inside zone. Curl combo.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Cross button.
Now a man who's been busy
button.
this afternoon. It's Williams. A short gain here.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 30 options. Strong flood. YSAL. Strong flood. Flood switch.
On that one. Read his
Hands
keys,
cross screen.
made the play.
Strong flood.
He couldn't even get going moving the football.
3rd and 20, and no surprise, the defense in the dime.
Cross button. Triangle button. Triangle button. Triangle button.
Get this to Lazard.
R2 button.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Punt is selected.
Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their defense...
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Get in gear.
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this 2nd half.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And that is caught on the right sideline.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
It's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I'm sure
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And brought in by Braid. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Davis. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Second and 11 now. Goff now to throw. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Back to throw, Goff. The open man here, Renfro. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Waddle now. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a...
Entering play bench with PhD stretch.
Looks like a misprint out of what we saw in the first half, but
on plan, there player, there are formation, concept, there keep path, meet, run, screen, play action, sprint HD, HD reel.
It's ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a
triangle button,
content to play the field
square
position.
Button.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Entering play call, there are 2 categories. You have 11 options. Pagu left is selected.
Fields now to throw.
Triangle button.
That's
button.
Dwelly is tight in. And he is down at the 4.
Entering play call, concept, screen pass, run.
And ended at the
Inside zone split.
We can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point of attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
I know that speed is the hallmark of
entering play call, inside zones, concept, there are Screen. Play action. Pass wide drag reel. Pass sprint HB flat. Wide drag reel. Cross button.
To throw is Fields.
Square button. Triangle button.
This will be
Enter button.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Entering play call. Do. There. Padu. Pass sprint A. Pa red. Padu left. Pass sprint HB flat. Pa HB wheel. Cross button.
Fake the handoff, now Fields.
Cross button. Triangle button.
Another catch there for Waddle. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved it.
Entering play call. Padu. Pa sprint HB. Pa sprint HB. Pa HB wheel.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Circle button.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Square button. Square button.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown.
Entering play call. Search suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. Advent is selected.
Now for the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far.
Entering play call. Special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Here's Cohen now to return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Let's go.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Base hit and he's on base. They bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm. A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 1st down, Goff. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Second and 2. Goff now looking to throw. Quickly a slant to Renfro.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Now Goff on first down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he bats it away, and it falls.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Field, even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Second and 10. Off play action. Here's Goff. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
So from Panther territory now, it's first and 10, down at the 31. Goff throwing again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll lose yardage, brought down at the 32. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Right now they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
Now second and 11 from the 32.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Underneath, he's got Brate. 4 yards on the completion.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. Again, Goff looking for the end zone. And that will be incomplete.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
And not picked to bring up fourth down.
So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. Rosas' kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So his third field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Return left is selected.
When you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. Rodgers on the return.
R2 button.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. AHP slip screen.
So now defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
They'll start the drive with Sam. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of...
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 30 options. HP dive is selected.
This is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up games.
AHP angle. On plan, there are 9 category. Player, there are 9. Formation, goal line, gun, pistol, weak, strike, I-form, mesh, drag wheel, inside zone.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Cross-cutting.
They stay on the ground this time.
Cross-cutting.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Entering play call, close. There are 3 categories. NFL options, inside zone is selected.
I mean, they've run the ball 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Flanker drive, AHB leg dive.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Cross-cutting.
Now Williams.
R2 button.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Now we have Kelsey. Slow to get back to his feet. Appears to be shaken up. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Entering play call, close. AHB stretch. Inside zone. Formation, their concept, keep, meet, run, screen, play action, pass, do, pass print HB, pass print H, pa HB wheel.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Off play action, Fields.
Triangle button. Cross button.
That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Entering plate, Padu. Screen path, run. Inside zone split.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Cross-cutting.
Now carrying
cutting.
the game. Here's Williams. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Entering plate, inside zone split. Concept, there are 9, screen pass. Play type, concept, screen, keep pass, medium, quick, up, run. Screen pass, play action, pass print, pa HB, pa do, pa HB wheel.
2nd and 11.
Cross-cutting.
The playoff as he'll look to throw.
Cross-cutting. Circle button.
Pass catching tight end, that's Pitts. 6 yards is the pickup. And
entering play call, do. There are 2 categories. You have 11 up. Play call.
Play action there, freezing the
concept. There, screen pass. Run. Option. Run. Screen pass. Play action. Do. Pass print HB flat. Pass print HB flat. Pa HB wheel. Cross-cutting.
Play action. Fields.
Cross-cutting. Cross-cutting. Cross-cutting.
Got a man. It's Waddle complete.
Entering play call. Do. There are 2 categories. Padu.
And that's how you pick up
concept. Formation. There are strong. Weak. I form. Flows. Padu flows. Touchy corner. Drag wheel. AHB sweep. A post shot. Mesh. Drag wheel. Mesh.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Cross button.
They go back to the ground with Williams.
Cross button.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Entering play call, close. There are 3. Formation, there. Concept, keep, meeting, run, screen, play, pass sprint HD flat.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Entering play, inside, Putty corner, 94, HD wheel.
Front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They run it again with Williams.
R2 button.
Juke, and he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 105 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong. I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive.
Entering play call, Padu, sprint H, red, Padu left, concept, screen pass, run, inside zone split. Cross button.
On first down,
button.
It's Williams. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 20.
Entering play call, inside zone, concept, error, play type, error, concept, screen, play action, sprint HD, sprint HD, sprint HD flat, HD wheel.
Where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Cross button.
Fields off the bootleg.
Cross button. Cross button. Cross button.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
Entering play call. There are 2 categories. You have 11 options.
Situation. Try to take
concept, screen pass, run, action, run, inside zone split.
So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Cross button.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Entering plate, inside zone split.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Following the penalty. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10.
Entering play call, inside zone split.
This is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read
concept, play type, there are 9. Concept, option, quick pass, medium pass.
Playing accordingly.
Option, run. Inside zone split.
Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal.
Cross-cutting.
Williams will try again.
Cutting.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go.
Entering play call. Concept. Error. Screen. Play action. Sprint HB flat. Sprint HB. Sprint HB. HB real.
From this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
Cross-cutting.
Fields on 3rd and goal.
Cross-cutting. Circle button. Triangle button. Triangle button. Square button.
And this pass broken up. The contact well.
Entering play call. Kick FG. Tagger. On plan. Player. Error. Formation. Concept. Screen. Run. Option. Quick. Medium. Keep pass. Play type. Pass. Special. RP. Run. Personnel. Error. Play. Concept. Keep pass. Medium. Quick. Run. Play action. Pass. Sprint. Pa HB. Pa do. Pa HB wheel.
And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. They snap it to Fields.
Triangle button. Triangle button. Triangle button. Square button.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Mikel Roby-Coleman. The 40. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. After the interception, here's Goff. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Entering play call. Onside recover. Return left. Return middle.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
R2 button.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And now this 4th quarter becoming...
Entering play call. Padu.
Makes this a
HG wheel.
game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. Throwing after the interception.
Cross button. Circle button.
Complete to the tight end Pitts. And he's upended at the 33.
Entering play call. Do. Barrel to cat. Padu.
You don't want to get
Sprint HB flat. RN.
But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Triangle button. Triangle button.
Falls to the ground, incomplete.
Entering play call. Do. Pa HB wheel. Pa do. Pa sprint HB flat. Pa HB wheel.
Plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends, who you would think could absorb that contact.
Triangle button. Circle button.
The hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
And that pickup of a first down.
Entering play call. Do. Start. Play call.
There, didn't
Concept. Screen pass. Run. Inside zone split.
Late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Cross button.
They'll run on first down.
R2 button.
It's Williams. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Entering play call. Concept. Formation. I form. Strong. Close. AHB dive. Pod key. Pa and around.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Play action. It's Fields.
Triangle button. Triangle button. Triangle button. Square button.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Entering play call. Close. AHD zone WK.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning.
Entering play call. Coach suggests. On plan. Player. Their formation. Their concept. Screen. Play action. Keep. Play action. Pass sprint. Pa do. Pass sprint HB flat. Pass sprint HB flat. Pa HB wheel.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Cross button.
Now it's Fields.
Triangle button.
Open net is Waddle.
R2 button.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. What a chance they just took. A huge chance. They go for it on 4th down, wind up getting the first.
Go ahead and admit it. You thought it was a bad call, didn't you?
I did, yes.
I think any normal person did. How about him picking it up? Give him credit.
Entering play. Padu. Sprint HB Pared. Padu left. Padu left.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Cross button.
Here's Fields.
Triangle button. R2 button.
Dwelly is tight end. That catch good for
entering play call. Do. Carrier 2. Padu. Concept. Screen pass. Run.
6'4", 6'5".
Inside zone split.
Basketball players somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Cross button.
On second.
R1 button.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 20.
Entering play call inside concept. There are not screen play action cat. How wide drag? How do come back? How wide drag wheel?
At least on this drive.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
Cross button.
It's now to throw.
Triangle button. Triangle button. Triangle button.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Carl Nassib picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
Entering thick FG field goal 50. Punt plan. There are formation. Concept. Keep. Media. Quick. Run. Screen. Play action. Padu. Pass print HD. Pass print HD flat. HD wheel.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Cross button.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Cross button. Square button. Cross button. Triangle button. Square button.
To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. We have 12 options. Punt is selected.
For them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Goff on first down. He's got his tight end O'Shaughnessy. And he stopped right at the 20.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Momentum for them there, didn't it?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Goff now looks to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Damon Harrison, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line?
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
On this play, he took him to the limits.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be 3rd and 19. And that is incomplete.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
They just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Falcons send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today.
Triangle button.
Oh, good move.
R2 button.
45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. Carolina getting set to take the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offensive.
Entering play and
the 4-minute
AHD stretch.
Here, how do they run?
Cash return. Counter Y. Cash return. Gun plan. Error 9. Player. Error. Gun plan. Player. Formation. Concept. Keep. Needed. Run. Screen. Play action.
But certainly throwing the ball is
HB wheel.
Careful with it. And again, get those first downs. Keep possession of the football.
Circle button.
a play fake. Now Fields to throw.
Triangle button.
Pressure comes and down he goes. Von Miller, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing second and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely of course, or go down.
Entering play, Padu, Husprint HB flat, far red. Husprint HB flat.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Fields.
Cross button. Cross button.
And this throw incomplete.
Entering play, Padu.
Time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Right here. Hey, check flag 33. Check flag 33. I'm here all day.
Back to throw. Fields.
Triangle button. Triangle button.
Float this one deep right side.
Triangle button.
It's caught inside the 20. And marking down all the way inside the Atlanta 20. A big play there for Carolina.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Entering play call, Padu. Screen, run. Option, run. Inside zone split.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll try and run some as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this one down to about the
entering play call, inside zone error, inside zone split.
From the previous big gainer, able to
concept error, play height, concept screen, play action, Husprint HB, HB wheel.
Before, now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Cross button.
On 2nd and 9.
Square button. R2 button.
Inside the 5. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with
entering play call. There are 2 categories. Concept, screen path, run. Formation, strong. I-form, sing, I-form. Flow, Padu flow, mesh. Drag wheel, AHD sweep. Flanker drive, AHD leg dive.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away.
Cross button.
They'll run it.
R2 button.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Javonte Williams, his 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. That attempt is selected.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. So he missed his first two, but this time it's good, and that'll extend the lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it was the rookie Javonte Williams who finished it off with
entering play call. Special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So Jared Goff in the offense, down by 10. A minute 55 remaining. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Now it's gone. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panthers.
Entering play call. Normal carrier for categories. You have 27 options. Cover 3 sky is selected.
And break. The tight end's got it. They get him to the ground right on the cusp.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
It's one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what'll be an important 3rd down. Now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Touchdown, or this game's over.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time for Goff on 4th. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off around the 41. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock. Look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
Entering play clock. Counter week. 26-2. AHP dive.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They'll try and run some plays. They keep it on the ground. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds.
Entering play clock. AHP stretch. On plan. There are 9. Formation. Cons. Keep. Media. Quick. Run. Screen. Play action. Sprint. HB flat. HB wheel.
First down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Cross button.
Looks like he'll throw here.
Triangle button. Triangle button. Triangle button. Triangle button.
Get out for Williams.
Triangle button.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play.
Entering
because of the angles of approach.
Sprint HB flat.
Sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Off play action, Fields.
Circle button. Cross button.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down when his way worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Entering play call, Padu left, console, play type, personnel, 2 RB bar 1 T bar 2 W, 2 RB bar 2 P bar 1 W, 3 RB bar 2 P bar 0 W, QB heel is selected. Entering play call, concept, there are screen pass, formation, player, there are 9, Raymond Risky, Alan Lazar, Justin Fields, option is set to undefined, option is Alan Lazar, Justin Fields, just spike ball, QB draw.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game, 1st and 15.
Triangle button, square button, R1 button.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Falcons going to use their third and final.
Entering play, spike ball, QB draw, QB sneak, QB draw, spike ball, QB heel.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation.
Entering play call, Justin Fields, you have 5 options. QB draw is selected. Spike ball, QB draw, spike ball, QB draw, QB sneak, QB spike ball, QB draw, QB heel, QB draw, QB heel.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively a dime look, 6 DBs. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. Field goal 45 yards is selected.
For Carolina, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Carolina, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they can
post-game report player stats
as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers.